Good morning, and I will speak in English. So, Dukosi has a strange name for a Scottish company. The origins of Dukosi come from our founders, who are outward bounds, experienced people in the mountains, and they discovered this name from the origins of the River Gandhi in the mountains of India. So this is where the name Dukosi comes from. Okay, let me explain about battery technology in about 1 minute, because everybody asks me this question. So what is new about batteries? What's different about batteries? So battery, can I explain to the people, a battery is like a kindergarten. A battery pack has many cells, and the cells are like the children in the kindergarten. They're not exactly the same age. They don't behave the same. You don't know their history, and you don't know how they're going to grow up. So the best way, thank you. So the best way to look at a battery is to go back to the cell, not the pack. You have to go back to the cell. You have to understand about the chemistry in the cell. So the background of the technology of Dukosi is the cell chemistry, the algorithm of the chemistry, and then from the cell chemistry, you develop the algorithm, you develop the software, then you develop the character of the battery. So together, the classroom starts to behave, okay? When the battery reaches 14-year-old, it's a different story, like a teenager, okay? So I don't understand that part. Okay, so you can see here on the slide, you can see that the technology from Dukosi is a Asic Chip. Asic is silicon-based technology, okay? And it's 5 different technologies on one chip. So you have the processor, which is ARM processor, you have volatile, you have technology on the memory, flash memory, volatile memory, and together with the software. So what we have is everything is happening down at the chip on the cell level, okay? From this, we have about 6 patents on this technology, and one of the key patents is that we have near-field wireless communication. So it's not Bluetooth, it's not like your iPhone. The communication happens in the near-field field, so it's between 20 millimeter from the actual chip, so you don't pick up EMC or other interference. The other thing is the chip has memory on the cell. So the key thing is when the cell is made or manufactured and is activated, okay, everything is on the cell. So the battery manufacturer, the cell manufacturer, everything from formation, aging is on that cell. That is passed to the battery manufacturer, the pack manufacturer, and that is passed to the OEM. And that key information is taken all the way through, how you say, the circular economy. So from the cell manufacturing to the pack manufacturing to the OEM. If the OEM is electric vehicle, EV, he then wants to take this to the energy storage to do the circular economy. That is passed, all that information can be passed to there. And then from the next stage, if it goes to recycle, they can look at this information and they have it for the future. This here shows how that information is taken. So key is the taking away the cost is reduced. The size of the pack can be reduced, and the intelligence and the data, which is key to a lot of people in this forum for the last 2 days. They talk about the cost, they talk about the data, they talk about the information. So you can see here, we take away traditional battery manufacturing, you have a battery pack, you have a wiring harness, you have all this connection, you have all the information hardwired. We take this all away. The communication between each battery cell back to the interface, back to the BMS, Battery Master System, is done by one antenna wire. Okay, so interface is done by one antenna wire. Critically though, all the information is kept on each cell. And if I can explain this right, you can take this cell all the way back, all the information. You can look at this even on your iPhone in the future. The markets we are looking at is industrial energy solutions, the marine, and the automotive. You can see here how the growth is going to go over the next few years. It's very, very dynamic growth. Year to year at the moment, it's unbelievable how these things are changing. Energy storage, for instance, you can see for the next 5-6 years, the dynamics of energy storage, how it's changing. We talk about the microgrids, we talk about home installations, we talk about industrial. So home installations is new with the microgrid, but industrial, they're changing from the national grid, they're changing back to the installations where they're using the storing the energy. So we're looking at this happens in cell manufacturer, this happens in the pack, and this happens at the OEM. The benefits of our technology hit all these major points where today they have difficulties in reaching their targets. Thank you.